Okay, there you go. Hi, you guys. So today I'm going to be taking you guys, basically, we can say like on a backstage kind of pass, where I'm going to be showing you guys basically my process for making these tutorials that you see me put out for you guys. So this, again, it's going to be the backstage pass, which means that there's going to be moments where I'm spending a good like 5 minutes on one thing, whereas in my videos it's like I make something, I show a step and then I, cut straight to the next step. So in those moments, in that time when I'm when I'm taking a while on one step, we can just talk. So you can ask me any questions that you want. I believe I have the comment section turned on. Let me just double check that. Yeah, I have it turned on, so you guys can just, ask me anything or say anything you want, and I'll respond and interact with you guys, all right? So for starters, just let me know where you guys are at. I am in New York, and it's beautiful here. It's a little cloudy, but it's beautiful, and it's a nice day overall. So for starters, just let me know where you're watching from and how the weather is, all right? So I'm just going to set this up right now. And this is Murat. Say hi.
Hi.
And he helps me with my, oh, Atlanta. Look, we have somebody from Atlanta, babe. Yeah, what part of Atlanta? Are you in Georgia by any chance? So I'm just going to set this up. I hope that you guys can see. Yeah, you're in Georgia? Oh, that's awesome. That is so cool. How's the weather there? It's probably blazing hot, right? Babe, can you come help me with this? Atlanta, Georgia, yes. I went to Georgia one time in high school. Oh, look, I think it's fine now. I don't know if I need to move it back some, but yeah, maybe that's better. Yeah, so I was saying that I went to Georgia one time in high school, and it was really nice. It was so hot there. It was super, 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 super hot. So let me know how the weather is for you. All right, babe, we need to start setting up. So basically today I am making I'm gonna make a skirt out of some old jeans, and I had already started recording. Let me just close the windows because it's so loud. I'm gonna close them because so yeah. So I had started this tutorial last week, but then I had to stop because of some issues. But so if you see that these jeans they have already been cut, it's because I had already started the tutorial last week. But basically the only step that you missed was me just deciding how short I wanted my skirt to be. And I made a mark, and then I just cut it off. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open the seams on the inside of the pant legs, and then now I'm at the part where I'm just going to open the seam along the crotch. So you guys didn't miss too much.
What is the sticker thing?
Huh?
A sticker.
The SIM card?
Yeah.
I have it. Hold on. So this is such a process, you guys. Like, being here and setting up and having everything ready is like, it's a lot. There's a lot that goes into producing these videos for you guys, and it's crazy because there's so much work that goes into like a 2-minute video, and you would never guess that 2 minutes is really about like 12 hours of work. I want to say it takes me maybe like 5 hours to record, if it's like an accessory or something, it's like 5 hours. And then if it's like clothes, like an alteration, it's like maybe like an alteration, maybe like 5 hours as well. But if it's something from scratch, maybe like a good 8 hours. And then the editing itself is like a whole nother like set of hours as well. So I know I'm talking a lot, but I would like to know where you guys are at. I know someone said that they're in Atlanta. Let me know where you're at and let me know how the weather is. And yeah. And what you're going to do for Memorial Day. Because Memorial Day is like right around the corner. So you can't eject this thing. Eject. Hopefully it's going to work because this is like open. And now it's so dark. What happened to the sun? And I have one person. So I just want to set it. Remember how to set it. So we're going to do God, huh? 12:10.
12. You should see it.
Tell. Why are you always using past tense? So now I'm gonna set my camera, and I'm using a Nikon D3100, and I am not. I'm not the biggest fan of this camera. I really am not. And if you're into like looking into a DSLR camera, I don't really recommend this camera because for a lot of reasons. If you want to know, let me know and I'll let you know why. Leave a comment and I'll let you know why I am not promoting this camera. Oh, here comes the guys to shampoo the floor. But anyways, yeah, so I'm gonna set my camera, and to do that I'm just gonna turn it on, and then I have it on guide, which is like the kind of cheat which is kind of hey, leave a comment. Right. So it's kind of the cheat way, but anyway, so it's on guide, and then I do guide, and then I do shoot, okay, and I do advance, and then I do bring more into focus, and then I do so it lets you choose your aperture, and it's saying choose an aperture between f8 and f11. So I'm going to choose like f10. And basically the smaller your aperture, the more light it lets in. So it's kind of backwards. Hi, Murat. Yeah, so basically the lower your aperture number, the more light it lets in. So I'm going to actually do you see why I'm not with this camera? It just bring more into focus, okay. And then I'm gonna do like 9. Okay, start shooting. And then I'm gonna do use live view, and then it's ready. And then I just want to change, yeah, okay. And then she's ready. Okay. Here you go. Forget what? One chair or many chairs? I should probably ask them. Because they have to clean the floor. I don't know where they're starting, but when they come, we'll figure it out. Sorry about that. Some issues. Anyways, so you ready, babe? I don't know if you guys can see, but this is how I record. So basically, Muda is here, and he's above. He's above. Why isn't this showing? He stands above with the camera, and he has a monopod, and then he just records it. And what I do in the editing process is I just rotate it so that instead of my hands being at the top of the screen, they're at the bottom. So if you see his legs, it's because he's recording, but don't you worry. All right. So now that we have taken out our inside seams for the leg, what we want to do is we want to take out the crotch part of the skirt, okay? And I recommend that you take out the yellow stitches as well as the inner blue stitches here as well. And you're going to stop when you get to the bottom of the crotch. Can you just play it back? Now, when you're recording videos, you always want to make sure that you play it back, because sometimes, especially with tutorials, you might think, oh, I'm all set, I'm good to go, and then you keep moving forward and nothing was captured or wasn't captured in a way that you liked, and then there's nothing that you can do about that step because it's already been done. So always make sure that you go back and just watch the shot and make sure everything is fine. So this shot looks pretty good to me. Looks good, babe. Thank you. So we can pause. I'm just going to take it up. Or actually, you can show the beginning part. Oh, go back again to everything. You remember how to? And then I think I put it on 9 or 10. You do 9.
9?
F9. Okay. You can stop it. All right. So now what I'm going to do is, I'm not recording this part on my camera, but I'm recording it here. You want to help me take these out? Stay here. So I'm just Do you want to do that? I'm just taking these seams out, and I don't need to record all of that because I already said, like, how to do it. I hate when people make videos and it's like, you can maybe start from this one here, and then come down and not come up. So, or actually, if you want to do. Okay, you start at the bottom. I'll start at the top. It's already open. Anyway, so I was saying I hate when people spend, like, you watch videos and people spend like a good like minute on like the same step, and it's like, okay, a minute doesn't sound like a lot, but it really is a lot, because nowadays it's like people just want the skinny, they don't want all that extra stuff. Just say what needs to be done and move on with it, So, and Murad's here helping me. He's a gem. He is a gem. What's a gem? A gem is just like a treasure. You know what a treasure is? No? A treasure is like, for example, if you go to the beach or the sea, and you go all the way down in the water, and you find like a gold ring. It's a treasure. It's like something you find that is valuable. So, he's a treasure. So, I mean, you guys aren't really writing, and now it just says one person.
One person?
Yeah,
This is me.
that's you. It means nobody's here. Well, let's see. What can we talk about? We can talk about Memorial Day, because Memorial Day is coming up, right? So, what are you guys' plans for Memorial Day? Oh, look, we're almost done with the crotch. Ow! Hi, welcome. How's my connection? I don't see that you guys are writing anymore, and I know someone was writing. So just let me know if the connection's okay. I'm gonna take this.
This one?
They don't like us. I think it might be because, what are you doing? What are you making? Hi, Lizzie. Oh, thank you for writing. So I'm basically taking a pair of old jeans, and I am making it into a skirt, but not just like any like plain old skirt, because I know there's a lot of tutorials of that on YouTube in general anyway, but it's going to be like a denim skirt, and then on the front it's going to have like a section where you can kind of like lace it up, like on one side and on the other side. So I'm adding my own little twist to it, but for the most part, we can say I'm making a skirt out of old jeans. And right now, I'm taking out the seams from the legs and the inner crotch. Yeah, it's gonna be amazing. And I think I mentioned it before, but maybe you weren't here. So this is just kind of like the background, like the backstage pass where you see my process for making tutorials and everything. But I'm going to also post another video of this where it's like all of this like extra stuff is not going to be in it. So you'll have like a short, like maybe 3-minute tutorial or 2-minute tutorial on how to make it. So I hope you subscribe to my channel so that you can, and also do the notification so that you can be notified about when it's ready. I think it will be my next tutorial, so hopefully I'm going to aim for Thursday to have it up and ready for you guys. So yeah, Lizzie, where are you from? Are you here in the States? What type of machine would you use? So I'm using that machine right there, and it's a Singer sewing machine. Do you have a sewing machine? You're from Ireland? She's from Ireland. Amazing. That is so cool. I haven't been to Ireland, but I always have my layovers when I travel in Ireland. And first of all, I have to say I love Aer Lingus. Like that airline is really, really, really good. It's really good. So yeah, that's cool. But I was gonna ask you, do you have a sewing machine, and what kind of sewing machine are you using? Because I want to get a new sewing machine. I think like this sewing machine is like one of the cheapest sewing machines that isn't like the actual hand one, a Genome 2300. I've heard of Genome. I know they have the Sergers, right? But I'm not too familiar with it like as a regular sewing machine. Do you like it? Like, is it okay for you? Oh no, babe, don't take the crotch out. Okay, so we're done with this step here. Every day I seem to turn into love, so... Alright, yay, that's good. So then we're just gonna cross it over like that. Yay, okay, that's good. So then the next step... Oh, did you write something? I missed it. I'm sorry. Can you write it again, please? Okay. So the other part of my step, the other part of my process is I tend to write my tutorial before I babe, can you pass me my computer? I tend to write. I have sewed a skirt. It's so slow. Oh, it's slow. Oh, that sucks. I would say my machine is kind of slow too, but then when I think about like if I were to sew this with my hand, like it would be even more slow. So that's how I find appreciation with my machine. But yeah, maybe invest in another one if you can. But what I was saying was that a part of my process for making my tutorials is I tend to write my instructions before I actually make the thing. I kind of like visualize it in my head and I write the instructions. And that way so I can just kind of follow what I've written and I stay like on task. So I know that I have removed the stitches in the crotch area until I got to the bottom of the zipper for the front of the skirt only. And then now I need to overlap the crotch on top of the other leg, then pin down the layers with the skirt on the right side. So okay, so overlap the crotch on top of the other leg, then pin down the layers with the skirt still on the right side. So a straight line along the crotch so that you know. Okay, cool. All right, so I'm here. Okay, so on to the next step. There you go. Thank you, babe. Alright, so we're going to move on to the next step. Now the next step, so you guys can get a head start. So I basically, I took out the seams on the inner leg all the way up the crotch until I got to the bottom of the zipper. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to overlap this flap over this. So it looks weird because I'm holding it up, but I'm just going to overlap it and then sew down. So like this. So I have it like that. And I'm going to do like this. And then I'm just going to do something like but I'm wondering if I should just cut that seam out. I don't know. That's the annoying part is like sometimes I just have to do it and then mess up to understand like what I need to do better. Like life, right? But I know this needs to overlap. I can't overlap it this way, so I'm just going to do like, or maybe the best way is to do like this. Yes. Like that. That's how we're going to overlap it. Yes. So I want to add something. All right, let's do it. Okay, so I have finished taking out all the leg all the way up to the crotch, and now we have A and B. And we're going to basically start from, you can zoom in a little. You have like here. Okay, so we're going to start from the bottom, and we're going to just kind of like overlap it. We're not going to bring it all the way out, but maybe like an inch in. And we're just going to overlap like this and make sure that it's straight, like so. And then we're going to pin it flat. And then, like so. And now we want to keep this flat as well. And we're basically going to also pin here. And now what we want to do is we're just going to sew a straight line down here all the way down. So I just want to do one more pin actually because okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to sew a straight line from here all the way down, and I recommend hold on, babe. recommend, let's see, why did I get 3 of these? I didn't need to do that. 4. So you want to use a color of this skirt, or you can use like the yellow from here. But you're just going to sew along here. And this thread I got from Mood, and it's actually polyester thread, I think. And it's like super, super, super durable for jeans, okay? So, don't know if you guys saw that. Don't know if you guys are here, but we're basically just taking the crotch where we pinned, and we're just gonna sew straight down along those pins. I love your satin jumpsuit. It's just that I can't find the right fabric. Oh, thank you, Miss Lizzie. You know what? I want to recommend to you Joann's. I'm not sponsored by them or anything like that. I wish. I recommend Joann's because I recently went there when I went to Boston, and it's so evident to me that they have a lot of things, and I did see some satin fabric. In fact, the satin fabric that I had used for my romper, I kind of didn't like it all that much because it's really stiff, and it kind of seemed like something that was better for like house work. But it still worked nonetheless. But I suggest you try Joann's. If you don't have a Joann's in Ireland, you can go online. And I think they ship internationally, so maybe they'll ship to Ireland. But yeah, check out Joann's fabric, I think. Alright, so I'm going to sew this down, and you guys can come with me. And I'm just going to change out my thread because right now I have white and I don't want to use white. Just gonna switch it out for this blue, and this thread is like legit. You can't see how thick it is, but it's really thick. Like, it's super thick because it's polyester thread, but I'm assuming that not all polyester thread is thick, but this is like thick. The good thing is that since I am going to be stitching along the top of the skirt, I won't need to change my bobbin because right now I have a white bobbin. I should probably let you guys see me stitching. Okay, so yeah. So, I'm just gonna start from the bottom. I find that the easiest way with stitching stuff is like from, do you do giveaways? I did a giveaway in February. I had like a February favorites giveaway, and it didn't go so well. Well, it didn't go how I thought it would go or how I wanted it to go. I hoped that people would have participated, but they didn't. So since then I haven't really done anything because I don't feel like I have a big enough following. I mean, I know I have 8,000 subscribers, but I feel like my audience isn't really engaged, or maybe I don't engage with you guys enough. So there wasn't any real like interaction with that giveaway. But you know, I'm gonna keep working on this. I'm gonna keep putting videos out. I'm gonna keep like trying so that I need to fix the tension on this because yeah, so what I was saying, I'm gonna keep doing this. I'm gonna keep putting out videos, keep streaming, keep doing stuff so that I can really gain your trust, you guys' trust. And then once, you know, I have you guys fully engaged, then I'll do giveaways. And I have a bunch of ideas in mind. Not just giveaways, but some bigger things. Oh, I missed it. Oh, I'm sorry, I missed it. It went off. Can you write it again, please? Sorry about that. I'm sorry, Lizzie, I missed it. Is that your husband, and do you know how to thrift? He's my boyfriend. I'm gonna say hi.
Hi.
But maybe he'll be my husband. That would be nice, right? Yeah, so do I know how to thrift? I don't know what thrifting is. Or did you mean to write thrift? Like thrift shop? I don't know. I'm off. It's okay. Are you married, Lizzie? Do you have a husband or do you have a boyfriend? If you don't mind me asking, how old are you? And if you are like older and you don't want to say your age, you can just say like I am in my 30s or in my 40s or something. Not that 30s is old, but you can give the range if you don't want to say exactly how old. I'm almost done. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, when you get old, clothes and take them to new things. And 21, and I'm married. Oh my gosh, that is awesome. Okay. Do I know how to? Let me like chop it up. So do I know how to thrift? Yeah, I thrift a lot. In fact, with the stuff that I use to do my tutorials, especially if it's like an alteration, is usually from me thrifting. Like these jeans, I got at, I guess you could say, a thrift store. It's like one of those like dollar stores that sells clothes. I consider those thrift shops as well. So I do know how to thrift. And you're 21 and you're married. Wow. How does your family like feel about that? Is that like something that's normal in Ireland? Like, do people seldomly get married young, or is it something that's like not so common? Like, how did your family feel about it? And like, obviously, I'm not gonna ask you how you feel about it because I'm sure you wouldn't marry somebody that you didn't feel confident about, right? So, yeah, how does your family feel about it? Okay, so that's done. Woohoo! That is done. I don't like how this looks, so I'm going to add another stitch just across here. Hey, come on. It's a little tough because okay. I probably should have used the darker thread for this, but it's okay. Allora. So I don't want this to be too long, and it's already 40 minutes. So I think I'm going to end it soon. It's already 40 minutes, and like, who's really going to watch 40 minutes of a live stream? Just saying. But I just wanted to try this out, and I just wanted to see, you know, if I'd get you guys interactions, if it would work on my phone, and yeah, so I definitely, now that I know it works, I know how to do it, I'll definitely plan like a better layout. I'll try to do less talking, and I'll give you guys a heads up to let you guys know, like, okay, I'm going to be streaming on this day at this time, and I think I'm going to be doing it on Saturdays. My parents were not too happy because I married a white, but then I changed their mind. You married a white guy. Wait, so are you not white? Are you, what are you if you're not white? Wow, this is so interesting. I almost don't want to leave. I wish I could, like, you're black and you're Irish? Oh my gosh, this is amazing. I'm not thinking that there aren't black Irish people. It never like dawned on me, because I used to live in Italy, and there's like a plethora of black people in Italy, so I'm not like dumbstruck when people tell me like, oh, I'm black and I live in Africa, or I mean, sorry, I'm black and I live in like Germany or something like that. Like, I'm aware that there are black people everywhere, but I don't know why I never thought of a black person in Ireland. So that is amazing. Like, I would love to like talk with you, like really just like talk with you and ask you what your experiences are there, like what is the dynamic between like white Irish people and black Irish people, like is there a strong like presence of racism? Like, I would love to talk to you about it. You have my email address. I believe it's in, if you go to the About section, or if you go to any of my videos and you scroll all the way down, you'll see my email address. It's fashionxshania@gmail.com. So just email me if you want, and we can continue our conversation there, because I'm going to wrap this up because this is just a long stream. It's just not too common to marry a white person because there's so much racist people. Okay, I'll email you. Oh, damn. Oh my gosh, I'm curious. I'm so curious. Okay. All right, yeah, so email me, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. As you see, I'm here working on this, so I might not get back to you today, but I'll do my best to get back to you at least by Monday. I know that's horrible, right? That's kind of many days ahead, but I'll try, okay? Thank you so much, Lizzie. Shout out to Lizzie in Ireland for just staying with me on this journey, and being the first person to kind of warm my streaming home. So again, as I said, I'm going to try to do this every Saturday. We'll call it Streamy Saturdays, and I'll give you guys a heads up about what time I'll be streaming on Saturday. So thank you guys for the love and the support, and I'll see you guys on the flip side. You want to say ciao?
Ciao. See you.
Bye. See you.